Hey, how you doing? No guts, no glory, Mister, that is. All right, guess what? It's that time. I'm gonna start reviewing movies. And first out, I mentioned it in the last video, and it's going to be Secondhand Lions. It's got Robert Duvall, Michael Caine, and it also has Haley Osment. He's the little boy in it, and he's in this movie. He looks like he's about 12, 13 years old, somewhere in that area. All right, this is a really good movie. Basically, it is. I won't read the whole. It's pretty long on the back to read, so I'm just going to give you a review on it and a breakdown of kind of what the movie is about. Okay, it's two older gentlemen, and they live like a pauper's life. They live out in nowhere land in the country. They got a little pond, and they're really eccentric. I mean, that they're out there, they're fishing with shotguns, and the idea of a good time and fun is sitting on the front porch all day long with their shotguns, and traveling salesmen come by. Okay, the traveling salesmen come by because the rumor is these guys have a lot of money, that they're either bank robbers when they were younger, or they really don't know, you know, and nobody knows if they have money or not, but that's the rumors. All right, so where this little boy comes in, all right, his mother, she's kind of a hoochie. So she's kind of a runaround, and she goes through men like water. Well, what happens is, I guess she has found a new guy, and she wants to go to Vegas with him. And she pulls up into their drive. She had it planned this whole time to drop this child off with them, and they don't even know she exists, let alone the kid. She's one of these older men. She's a daughter of one of their sisters. So this is great uncle. These two are great uncles to this little boy. So basically he gets there, and she drops him off and says she's going to be going to this beauty school, and that she's trying to get a new trade, so she's going to be gone quite a while. And the old men really didn't want him, but they went ahead and they kept him. Well, the storyline continues, and it grows, and it really gets interesting. They ended up towards the end really liking this little boy, and the little boy really fell in love with them and liked them. But in between all of that, a lot of stuff happens. So I'm recommending. I don't want to give a lot of things away in it, but these guys, I mean, they buy a lion so they could shoot it, but yet when the lion gets there and they open the back door, or they open the door on the cage, and the lion just kind of sits there, well, it's an old run-down lion. So the kid says, well, I'll take care of him. I want him, you know. So they said, fine, you bring him back around so we can hunt him, you know. Well, that never happens. And there's also another family, relatives of these uncles, that they show up, and they're trying to get the uncles to do a will in their name and all this, you know. They think that they heard the same rumors. They think that he's got that they both have a lot of money, and so they really annoy him. The two uncles don't like this family, and they don't like the little kid being there, and they find out whose son that it is, and it continues on. And then storytelling comes along. The one uncle, Robert Duvall, is very let's just call him manly, okay? And the other is more just quiet, meek, mild, and you know, he's aggressive also, but he's pretty meek and mild about it. So there's a pretty good scene in a grocery store. It's like a country store that has a, I don't want to call it a restaurant, but there's a bar in there, and they, you know, they serve food also. And this is all done back in the 60s, like 62, 63, somewhere in there. And there's a good scene in there that you'll enjoy, where there's some hoodlums that come in. You know, they're dressed in like the late 50s, early 60s. You know, they think they're tough. They're grabbing their beer and all that. And they kind of get into it with Duvall. So look for that. That's pretty good. Other than that, it's a very good family movie. Okay, there's no sex scenes. There's no blood and gore. It's well done movie, and all, you know, your kids can watch it. Everybody can watch it. Just a little slow, but it's very well done, and I think you'll enjoy it. Excuse me. So now, if that's said and done, that's my movie review for Secondhand Lions, and I am going to be looking forward to doing more movie reviews as we continue. I don't know if it'll be once a week or what. I'm going to go ahead and add in here another movie buy. I bought some, let's see, 7 more movies. It was buy 5, get 1 free, and then I bought another one. And then I had 20% off of those because it was like my 10th time there, so I got 20% off. So I'm going to show you some movies that I bought. And this first one is called Intruders, and it's a BBC movie, but it's also done by the producers of The X-Files. And it's called Intruders. It looked pretty good, and I read about it. So I thought I would snag that. And it's almost like a mini-series. You know how like Stephen King did It and all these other small mini-series? Because this one is 4 hours, 360 minutes. So this is a long series. So I'm kind of looking forward to watching that, see how it is. Speaking of Stephen King, here's a Stephen King's. Remember this one? It's called Desperation. I didn't have it. We saw it. It's been a few years back. And it's a pretty good movie. It was done in 2006. So that's a Stephen King movie. And here's 2 movies I didn't even know they did these. Remember the Lonesome Dove series. Okay. This is the early adventures of Lonesome Dove. This one is, and it's called Dead Man's Walk. Okay. You can see. Westerns, of course. And this is another called Streets of Laredo, and it's a continuation adventure of Lonesome Dove. Got James Garner in it. So I'm looking forward to that one also. And here is a 4-movie collection, and it is Attack Force, Into the Sun, The Russian Specialist, and Conspiracy. It's 4 movies in one. All of them seem to be action movies. I believe I've seen most of them. But since I don't own them, I bought it. And here's a Tom Selleck movie that I had no idea he did. And it's Elmore Leonard's Last Stand at Saber River. And I do like Tom Selleck. So I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know if you guys have seen Blue Blood. It's on TV. They're in, I believe, their 7th year. It's a good New York movie. It's a cop movie. Tom Selleck is very good in it. He's the commissioner, and he's got a son that's a detective. He's got another son that's a street cop. He's got a daughter that is like a state's attorney, and his father used to be the commissioner before him. And it's got a good storyline. And it's a good, I don't want to say family oriented, but it kind of is. They always sit down at the table towards the end and have like a Sunday meal. They're pretty religious, the Catholics. So it's a good series. If you haven't watched it, it's probably on Netflix, or you could probably even rent the previous series to get caught up, because it is into the 7th season. But check that out, and it's a good series. And the last movie I bought, like I told you, I was upgrading all of my DVDs from VHS to DVDs. And here is my man, James Bond. And it is called Live and Let Die. It's one of them I like. Okay. So I had to get that to add into my collection. So that is my haul, and that is my movie review. I hope you guys watch it. I hope you like it. And I'm very open if you want to give me more suggestions. I don't do horror, all right? I know a lot of women like that horror crap, but not me. I'm more into adventures, comedies, westerns, a little bit of drama. Now also on Secondhand Lions, there's a couple scenes in there you might, if you're sentimental, you might want a box of tissue, because it kind of grabs at your heartstrings a little bit. So I just don't, like I said, I don't want to ruin too much of it. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like the movie review. And we are very happy that we have the family and friends on here that we have come to really enjoy and share with. So remember, no guts, no glory, Mr. That Is. And let go, let God. And we will talk to you next time. Have a good one. Bye.